All right, Prometheus is directed by Ridley Scott, who originally directed the original Alien back in 1979. And he's come out and said that this is not a prequel to Alien. This is a prequel to Alien.
Yes.
And it's kind of an interesting one at that. If you remember from the beginning of Alien, where they discover the eggs that have the facehuggers that give birth to the xenomorphs. You notice that they're on this gigantic alien spacecraft that's very mysterious. They never really mention much about it, other than you know that's where they found the aliens. There's this gigantic aliens kind of sitting in this phallic-shaped chair, and you never really know what he's all about. Well, this movie is there to explain all of that stuff, and it basically has to do with the beginning of the Weyland Corporation, the evil mastermind corporation that's throughout all of the Alien movies, and you see sort of a weirdly aged Guy Ritchie, or not Guy Ritchie,
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce, yes. Explaining what his plans for the future is. A couple of archaeologists on Earth, played by Noomi Rapace, and some guy whose name I didn't write down because he's not a very good actor.
Marshall Green.
They find a couple of weird cave drawings that kind of match all across the world of this other galaxy that now, far enough in the future, we can actually go and find and see what's going on. They think it might hold the secrets of the universe and the origins of humankind. They go to this on an expedition to this other planet, several light years from Earth, with a crew of 17, which also includes Charlize Theron as the ship's captain, Idris Elba as the pilot of the ship, and a robot named David, played by Michael Fassbender. And while they're there, they discover this crashed ship, very much like the beginning of Alien, and they find these old video files and archives and strange caves inside of there that might hold some dark and dangerous secrets about the origins of humankind. And things get kind of creepy and crawly and very much kind of like an Alien movie. Although the movie kind of wants to be, the movie wants to be a lot of things, and that's sort of the best thing and the worst thing about it. There's a whole 2001 Space Odyssey thing kind of going through here, where we're talking about the origins of the universe and something kind of a lot like the monoliths from 2001, who aid in human evolution. So it kind of has this same kind of sense of wonder and excitement and what's going on. But then it also has this horror movie aspect to it, which is kind of like the Alien series, where it's all about body horror and the fear of pregnancy and all of these kinds of things. And it gets into some pretty gruely, creepy, crawly kind of atmospheres, and that's satisfying, but it kind of undercuts all of the high-minded cerebral science fiction that's going on before it. Then you have all these weird character interactions that are going on. There's kind of this brother-sister rivalry between Charlize Theron as the ship's captain and Michael Fassbender as David, the robot. There's some really good performances in here. I think Noomi Rapace, who we mentioned before in Sherlock Holmes, this is a good role for her. She does a very good job as far as entering the English-speaking film world. And when she gets to do it, when she really gets to get into the character, and the movie kind of starts to focus a bit more on her in the second half of the movie, she brings it, and she brings it really well, and you really believe in all of the stuff she has to go through, and she has to go through some stuff. Michael Fassbender, he's just a scene-stealing bastard, that guy. Yeah. Without any effort, he will completely own the screen, and he is amazing in this movie. I honestly think this is like Oscar nomination worthy. And I don't know if it's just because he's so much better than everybody else in the movie, or what, but whenever he's there, I was completely riveted. And he, again, effortlessly, he wouldn't even have to be doing that much. He's just that good. Kind of doing this weird Peter O'Toole impression. In the beginning of the movie, he's watching archives of Lawrence of Arabia, and he sort of builds his character off of that, which was an interesting acting choice. The visuals are amazing. Ridley Scott's a great director. He knows where to put the camera. The cinematography is gorgeous. The script is a mess. It doesn't know what it wants to be. By the end of the movie, it's shifting between 3 or 4 different plot threads that never really get tied together. And unfortunately, it leaves you with more questions than it really answers, which, the script is written by Damon Lindelof, who was the showrunner for Lost, which that was kind of his game, was asking questions that he can't answer. I still think this is a terrific movie and maybe one of the best this year, but it is a problem movie. So I give it a B-, but it is a spectacular B-. Yeah.
I gave it a B. I thought, it was so visually impressive. I mean, even that opening scene, I think I remember a rumor that this was filmed in specifically HD camera. Like, it was filmed with a special camera type that most people, I don't know, some rumor out there I heard.
Trying out new technologies, yeah.
So it would look better. And it looked, I mean, it's a great, it will be a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Great Blu-ray. But, I was totally lost. I went into this kind of knowing it was got the prequel vibe to it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there waiting for the aliens, and then you get to the face hugger egg parts. I'm like, yes, aliens, and then it takes forever to get to the next point. And then even when we're at the point where it's so obviously a prequel, I was still really disappointed because it's like, oh, okay, all of it's kind of happening, and it was really intense. But not as intense as that preview means it out to be. The one with the music, and you're just like... So I was waiting... I was going to this expecting a full-on sci-fi horror kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And, then I got all this high and mighty, we're the super big white human type people. Okay. Good for you. But, plenty of plot... They should have stuck to 1, maybe 2 plots, and then gone with it.
Yeah.
But those extras, all sorts of, the evil corporation you need because they're the reason everything happens in the other ones.
Yeah.
And then you need the actual alien stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you don't need the why they were created and stuff, and the girl plots and the whether or not robots are evil.
I think that's a matter of opinion. I honestly think that's more what the movie is. I think, honestly speaking, the movie has more of a cerebral point of view. It wants to be more like a 2001, but it feels like it has to pay off the Alien fans by having that stuff. I think, honestly, the horror stuff's more of the distraction for me, but...
Well, I just wanted the horror stuff. I don't care if it's distracting. I just want the horror. I'm all about sci-fi.
I liked it when it was there.
Yeah, Pandemonium is a great sci-fi horror. That movie knew what it wanted to be.
You mean Pandorum?
Yeah, Pandorum. Let's get the name right,
Which is kind of similar, and I think it reminded me a little bit of Danny Boyle's Sunshine also.